why people stay stuck. Everyone gets stuck. You know, I get stuck. And if people tell you they don't get stuck, or they don't procrastinate, or they don't get lost in what they're meant to be doing, or overwhelmed by everything, they're lying to you. Everybody's human. We all get stuck. It's what gets you unstuck is where it's at. And hard work alone will just keep you stuck, because you're just working hard, but you've no really definition on what you're working hard for. I know lots of people that work hard constantly. But there's a few other things that you need to do. You need to have goals, you need to have short goals and long-term goals. Because you just can't get to the long-term goals. And long-term goals doesn't mean, I don't have a 5-year plan. I mean, people always go, what's your 5-year plan? Like, 5 years is a long way away. I have a short goal, like today, what I need to do today. I have a weekly goal, and I have a kind of like almost touch it goal. You know, whatever that time, I don't put a time scale on it. I think it constrains it too much. But I have a routine, and same thing, you'll drift if you're not accountable. Like, if there's nobody checking on you, by default you're lazy. By default you'll just, fuck it, I'll have the pastel de nata and the cup of coffee and treat myself for being brilliant, you know. But treat yourself. All is good, but treat yourself when you deserve to be treated, not because it's 4 o'clock. It's not a good enough reason. The writing has been, for me, has been the biggest thing. So I bought another notebook today, for instance. So just going out and buying a notebook, and then knowing about different types of paper and what sort of paper I like to write on, rather than just a notebook. And it starts off with just a notebook and pen. Now I've got a notebook that I know the quality of the paper, I know how heavy the paper is, I know what it writes like. And the other thing I took out of the equation was lines, because I always used to have constraints on me. You get them in school, you get them in life, you get these constraints about the proper way to do things. Lines on a page, so you just stay within the lines, and then blue ink for writing with, or black, red for highlighting things, but you never write in red because that's rude, you know. Now I write with fountain pens, with green ink and purple ink and whatever ink I fucking want. And in that, I've also taken away the lines from the pen, from the paper. So I'm not in these constraints of where I should put the letters. And the other thing, I'm especially with the fountain pen, I'm very. I want the calligraphy. I say calligraphy. I want the writing to be nice. I want that to start off beautiful. So I don't scribble anymore. So now I take my time. I get up in the morning. I do my little exercises, and then I do my morning routine, and then I write, and then I'll have a coffee. So what I write, and I don't look at the phone. So that's the other thing. So what I do is I write my 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then I write down my 10 goals. Now, my 10 goals have to start with a positive. So I am, I have, I can, and I now. And then the other ones, I do 5 of those, and then I do 5 imagine. So imagine, Colin, that now, every day I'm getting better and better in every way. In every way, I'm getting better and better. This is an example from a good friend of mine, Joe Hoey. It could be, imagine, Colin, you can say, you know, you're talking about yourself in the third person. You don't have to do that, but you can do it. Imagine, Colin, that now I save over 10,000 euros every month. If you want to get into that aspect of things. Imagine that I see beauty in everything. Imagine that I don't get into negative conversations. And in these little affirmations that you're writing down and taking my time, I'm mindful in doing it. I've bought my green ink. It's all looking beautiful. And they're your prayers for the day. Instead of being in a dogmatic religion, so like Catholicism or any of these things, they're all dogmatic. They're all rule-based. They're all keep within the straight lines. Do what you're told. Hats off. God is thinking about you. He's watching you. So you have to have a little bit of artistry in you and a little bit of breaking off the chains and rewriting the old script. I mean, it's just the small things. It's the small things. And if you have a good start to the day. You go into the day nice and motivated, nice and set up. I've set up for what I want to do. And then, you can have your to-do list if you want 3 things that you want to do and do them. But these are the main things. Before I eat, these are the main things. And if you just do that as a morning practice, you'll do better. And that's why you don't get stuck. If you don't do that, you just work and it's endless. You're not aiming for anything, just shooting into the air. Okay, you're working, you're going nowhere. Get a mentor. I run a small mentorship group, about 10 guys, have a couple of spaces. If you want to sign up, let me know. We can do a little call, see if I'm for you or not. If you're lucky enough to have a mentor, good on you. If you're not, look for one. Might not be me, but look where people do hard shit, where people do what they say they do. They're not trying to just sell you some shit that they're already regurgitated. They've lived a life, they have experience, they've met people who are top levels in all fields, and they know what to do. Get a mentor.
Your tongue, deep breath.